Hi and welcome. You've probably been lied to about studying. Not on purpose, but somewhere along the way. We all picked up this idea that if you're not drowning in textbooks for 6 hours straight, you're not working hard enough, that more hours equals better results. But here's the shocking truth. It's not about how long you study, it's about how smartly you do it. And get this, students who actually study less often remember more. I know, it sounds backwards, right? But today, I'm going to show you exactly why that works, and how you can flip the script on your study habits without pulling another soul-crushing all-nighter. So, if you've ever sat at your desk, highlighter in one hand, coffee in the other, staring at a page for the 47th time thinking, why can't I remember this? This is for you. Here's the deal. Studying smarter isn't about being some genius with a photographic memory. It's about using a few simple, proven strategies that make your brain actually hold on to the information you give it. Think of it like upgrading your phone, same hardware, way better performance. And today, I'm going to break it down into 3 ridiculously simple shifts that will change the way you study forever. No complicated theories, no boring science lectures, just practical tools you can start using tonight, whether you're cramming for finals, prepping for a work certification, or just trying to keep your brain from exploding during a study session. Sound good? Perfect. Let's talk about what we're covering. Here's the roadmap. First, we'll bust the myth of marathon study sessions, and I'll show you why shorter, focused bursts actually give you superhuman memory. Second, I'll walk you through a trick called active recall, which is basically the difference between passively watching Netflix and actually remembering the plot. And third, we'll talk about how to design your environment and routine so studying feels less like punishment and more like autopilot. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have a framework that can cut your study time in half and double your results. And hey, maybe you'll even enjoy it along the way. Let's start with the first shift, study in bursts, not marathons. We've all been there, telling ourselves, alright, I'm locking myself in my room until I finish this entire chapter. 3 hours later, you're scrolling on your phone, questioning your life choices, and somehow you still don't remember what mitochondria do. Here's why. Your brain doesn't like endless focus. It's designed to work in sprints, not marathons. After about 25 to 30 minutes, your attention drops, your retention plummets, and your brain basically clocks out. So what's the fix? The Pomodoro technique. It's ridiculously simple. Set a timer for 25 minutes, go all in, no distractions, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 of these cycles, reward yourself with a longer 20-minute break. That's it, and the results are wild. Not only do you retain more, but you'll actually feel less drained because you're giving your brain these little recovery windows. Think of it like interval training at the gym. Nobody runs on a treadmill for 6 hours straight. You do bursts, you recover, and you get stronger. And the best part? Knowing you only have to focus for 25 minutes makes starting way less terrifying. You're not signing up for torture, you're signing up for a sprint. Anyone can do that. Now, let's move to the second shift, and honestly, this is the game changer, active recall. Here's the mistake most of us make. We think rereading equals learning, so we highlight, underline, and reread the same paragraph until the book looks like a rainbow crime scene. But here's the problem. Rereading tricks your brain into thinking, yeah, I know this, except when the test comes, total blackout. Why? Because recognition isn't the same as recall. Recognition is like seeing an old acquaintance at the mall. Recall is like remembering their name, birthday, and favorite ice cream flavor. Totally different level. So instead of rereading, you want to practice pulling the information out of your head. That's what active recall is. It can look like this: closing your book and writing down everything you remember, using flashcards and testing yourself, or even teaching the material to an imaginary student or your dog, if he's a good listener. Because when you force your brain to dig up the info, that's when you're actually strengthening the memory. Here's a little hack. After your Pomodoro sprint, spend the last 5 minutes actively recalling. Don't just reread, test yourself. That combo? It's like brain fertilizer. Everything sticks. Alright, shift number 3, set yourself up to win with your environment and routine. Let's be honest, your brain will always take the path of least resistance. So if your study space looks like a snack graveyard and your phone is lighting up every 10 seconds, guess what? Studying is going to feel impossible. But if you design your environment right, studying becomes the default, not the battle. Here are 3 easy hacks. Number 1, the one-task desk. Clear everything off your desk except what you're studying. No distractions in sight means no excuses. Number 2, phone exile. Put your phone in another room. Out of sight, out of mind. Seriously, your willpower isn't broken, your phone is just way too shiny. Number 3, anchor routine. Tie your study habit to something you already do. For example, after I brush my teeth at night, I do one 25-minute study sprint. This makes it automatic, like brushing your teeth, instead of a decision you have to fight with every day. And here's the bonus, design your space to feel good. Light a candle, put on lo-fi beats, make it cozy. The more inviting your environment, the less you'll resist sitting down. So let's zoom out for a second. Studying smarter boils down to 3 shifts. Stop doing marathons, start doing sprints. Stop rereading, start recalling. Stop battling your environment, start designing it. When you combine these, you turn studying from this endless uphill struggle into something that actually works with your brain instead of against it. Here's the truth, you don't need to study more, you just need to study smarter. Imagine this, cutting your study time in half, remembering double the material, and walking into your exams or meetings feeling calm, confident, and prepared. That's not some fantasy, that's what happens when you start using these small shifts consistently. So tonight, instead of dreading another long, painful session, try one 25-minute sprint, test yourself at the end, and see how much easier it feels. And if this gave you even one lightbulb moment, hit that like button so more people can find it. Subscribe if you want more simple, powerful strategies like this one, because I'm here to make personal growth feel effortless, not overwhelming. Until next time, study smarter, not harder. You've got this.